This video focuses on two main built-in functions, print and input. These functions performs the input and output operations in Python. Print function is used to display the output, whereas input is used to receive the input from the user. Let us see how to use these two functions in Python program. Print function can be used in many combinations. We'll see it one by one. To display a simple message in Python, it is print. Within bracket, it takes string as an argument. The string should be enclosed in single, double or triple quotes. Here I am using single quotes to display the message as welcome to Python. In case you have a variable, here I am assigning a value Kritika to a variable name, and to display the value in this variable, it can be given as print inside the bracket a variable name. In the first case, you have enclosed the content within a single quote. Whenever the content is given within quotes, the print function displays the content as it is in the output screen. In case if you are not giving any quotes in the argument, means compiler understands that it is a variable name and searches for the value inside that variable. Let us see how it is displaying the messages in the output screen. Next is combination of message and value. You have a message to be printed and you have some value in the variable. I am giving it as welcome to programming, and then I want to display the person's name here. It can be given in two different ways. Either you can separate it with a comma, variable name, or it can be given as welcome plus the variable name. So combining a message and a value can be given in two different ways. Either you can separate the message and a value with comma, or you can separate it with the plus symbol. Can you see any difference in these two output? Yes. In the first output, you can see a space in between the message and a value. By default, Python leaves a space in between the message and value when comma is mentioned. Here, instead of having a space between these two, even you can have any other symbols. To do that, we have to understand the syntax of print function clearly. This is the syntax of print function. It takes 5 arguments. First you have to mention the contents to be displayed, followed by SEP, which is separator. Here by default this argument takes a value as space. It is because of that you are getting a space in between the value and the message. By default the line ends with a new line character. This parameter takes a default value as the new line character /n. The next parameter is file. Usually print function the content will be displayed in the screen. In case you want the content to be displayed in a file, means the file name can be given here. The default value of file is sys.stdout, which is the representation of your screen. Flush is used to clear the memory space. Default value of flush is false. Even you can change it to true. Let us see an example of how to replace this space with some special characters. Semester is the first string. Second string is percentage. Now we are going to replace this separator and end. As usual, you give the content to be displayed, semester and then percentage. Now I am going to change the value of the parameters SEP and END. I am going to replace the default value space with hyphen, and for the parameter end, the default new line character is going to be replaced with percentage symbol. By default, the space is left among the two strings semester and percentage, and the line is ended with new line character. Similarly, in the second example, the space is replaced with hyphen and the line is ended with percentage. You can change the default value of the SEP and END parameter like this. Next example is formatting the output. Here, English and Max are two variables which holds the value 80 and 90 respectively. I want to display the result as scored 80 in English, 90 in Max, and secured total marks as 170. To display the output in this format, 4 methods are there. This words scored, in English, and then in Max and secure total marks as. So these content are static value which will not be changing in the runtime, whereas the values 80, 90 and 170 will be changing depending on the value in the variable, which is called dynamic. So without any confusion, we are going to join all the static and dynamic values with comma. Let me find out the total value first. Comment scored is static message, so give scored within single quotes. 80 is the dynamic value, which is the value in the variable English. So you join static and dynamic value, which is message and a value with comma, and 80 is in the variable English. Next to 80 is in English, comma. So up to this is the static message. So join that with a comma and within single quotes give that static message in English. Then 90 is the dynamic value, that is value in the variable max. Give comma to combine, and then 90 is in variable max, comma. Now you have to combine it with the static message. So let me copy it, and after comma within single quotes you give the static message and then combine with the comma, then dynamic value, which is 170, the value in the variable total. To display the content using placeholders, index and keyword arguments, the syntax is str dot format of. Str is the content to be displayed in the output, followed by dot and then format of function. This format of function takes some parameters. We'll see what is that in coding window. Within single quotes, you give the entire content. So the dynamic values are replaced with set bracket, which is your placeholder. So after giving the content you want to display, follow it with dot and then format of function within bracket. Now the first set bracket, that is first placeholder, is replaced with the first value in the format function. It is English, comma. Second placeholder will be replaced with second value in the format function, which is max, and third placeholder is replaced with the third value. Next method is using index. The first value will be in the index 0, second will be in the index value 1, and third will be in the index value 2. So using this index value, you can specify it in the string here. The placeholders print function, the same thing in index also, but here you have to mention the index. If suppose I am changing the order, so first I want to have max mark, then I need to have English mark. English is in the index value 0, so that here you can give the index value as 0, and max is in the index value 1. So here you can mention the index value as 1 and total in the index value 2. So likewise you can change the order also using the index value. But inside the format function the order is fixed. It is in the order of 0, 1 and 2 only. The last one is keyword arguments. Here the index values are replaced with some names. Let us see how. Sub1, which is the short form of subject 1, and then sub2, and here it is sub3. Likewise you can have some name, which is also called as keyword, followed by dot format. Within bracket you can assign name to that value. Sub1 equal to, within single quotes you assign the value. So first it is max mark there, so max mark is in the variable max, then comma. Second is sub2 equal to, within single quotes, so in subject 2 we have to replace it with English mark, so English mark is in the variable English, and then finally comma, it is third keyword is sub3 equal to, within single quotes, the last name is sub3 where we want to replace it with total value, so it is in the variable total. So this order may also change. Let us see the output. See here, first one, combination. Here we have combined the message and value with comma. Even you can replace this comma with plus also. Next one is placeholders. The placeholders will be replaced with arguments in the format function in the same order from left to right. Third one is index. You can substitute the index values with the values in the arguments. Here the order can be changed. So the order in the format function will not be changed, but while displaying here you can change the order. And last one is keyword arguments. Here each of the name will be assigned to the variable. And whenever this variable name is encountered, that variable name will be replaced with the value assigned in the format function.